Yesterday, we told you how India's vaccine diplomacy has been pushing China back. China's grand vaccine export plans have been failing. India's moves have rattled Beijing. The Chinese state media is furious. Leading Chinese dailies are crying foul. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. In the last few months, India has strategically countered China's influence both at home and abroad. At home, India has struck China's monopoly in the tech industry. Starting from June 2020, a total of 266 Chinese apps have been banned by the Indian government. TikTok, Share It, UZ Browser, WeChat, to name a few. And abroad, India has countered China's aggressive wolf diplomacy through its Vaccine Maitri initiative. From Nepal to Afghanistan, from Morocco to Brazil, India is nursing the world back to health. India's goodwill gestures have overshadowed China's predatory investments. The Chinese media is mighty upset. Leading Chinese voices are worried. The uneasiness is evident in their reports and statements. Let me take this one at a time. On the 26th of January, China's saber-rattling mouthpiece, the Global Times, carried this report on the app ban. Don't go by the headline, read what's written below. It's a bit all over the place. Allow me to quote. India is taking revenge on China and also set up a bad example for the world to revenge China. Let me paraphrase so it's easier to understand. The Global Times wants the world to believe that India is taking revenge against China and also setting up a bad example for the world to take revenge against China. I'm quoting further now. The purpose in one side is to take revenge against China, and on the other hand is to satisfy the needs of interest groups in India, showing a tough attitude towards China. Tough attitude and revenge sounds a bit rich coming from China. I mean, who are they fooling? Let's check out the next report now, published on the 27th of January in CGTN. It carries a statement by Zhi Rong, the spokesperson for the Chinese embassy in India. I'm quoting again. The Chinese government always asks Chinese companies to observe international rules and local laws and regulations when doing business overseas. We urge the Indian side to immediately correct its discriminatory measures and avoid causing further damage to bilateral cooperation. Really, all this is being said by a country that knows best how to damage bilateral ties severely with its continued aggression. And then we have the editor-in-chief of Global Times, Mr. Hu Shijin, who has said, and I'm quoting again, Chinese companies must defend their rights by using laws as weapons and seek compensation from the Indian government. Seek compensation? Well, good luck, we say. So this was about the app ban. China's uneasiness with India's vaccine diplomacy is on a different level altogether. Another report was carried in the Global Times on the 26th of January. This one accused India of being behind the halting of Chinese vaccine trials in Bangladesh. Can you believe that? It says, I'm quoting now, the clinical trials were delayed until October due to the Indian government allegedly meddling in the two sides. And that India has been smearing China's cooperation with countries in South Asia on the anti-epidemic fight, as the region is traditionally under India's influence, unquote. Well, full points for creativity, but no takers for China's lies once again. The fact of the matter is that the world is turning away from China, from the Chinese products to Chinese apps to even a Chinese vaccine. It is time for China to introspect and not blame others for its fall from grace. As for India, it has made it amply clear that it will not bow down to Chinese threats. By banning Chinese apps, New Delhi has set the terms for any future engagement with China, and by providing vaccines to the neighborhood, it has shown the importance of togetherness and healing during a crisis, something that China has clearly not done. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar recently issued a statement. He said, the events in eastern Ladakh last year profoundly disturbed the relationship. They not only signal a disregard for commitments of minimizing the troop levels, but also showed a willingness to breach peace and tranquility. Development of ties can only be based on mutuality, mutual respect, mutual sensitivity, and mutual interests. So the message is loud and clear. The relations can only get back on track if China respects India's sovereignty, interests, and its boundaries. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.